Hello and welcome to the edt1138's, where it's another wambly video and just adjust the tripod. I wonder how much of the bed's being caught. I went shopping today and I got tortilla wraps and orange and, well, it's not orange, it's blackcurrant, shampoo and shower gel and all that lovely stuff. I even got some nice sushi stuff from like Tesco's, which is made in the UK, and of course contains cooked fish, which is always good because eating raw stuff isn't too good. Although raw beef is fine, but I prefer food cooked. EPROM here doesn't really care. Two things regarding tag responsey thingy. Someone else has done an actual thingy to it, so I'll just read what the tag is, and there we go, there it is. And of course we have Madam Ishmael's voting thing. So, incomplete point of self-promotion, vote for me! And yourself if you think you're deserving of it, and anyone else you think is deserving of it. There isn't much more to say. There's a link down there in the description-y thingy, and there'll also be a link to the taggy thing because I just followed the links to the correct video and watch it after doing this, which is not normally the way people do it, but I've just been doing it off other people's. So yes, it's a cool competition thing, which is the All Stars or something, and then there's a link in there if you don't know about it. And then you just stick your voting in the comments and there's categories and you just stick, watch how other people have done, and that seems, oh god, that's how I did it. And I just sent my knifey wifey flying. These are incredibly handy. The only trouble with it being a knife is I wouldn't recommend carrying it round, especially here in the UK where there's a big thing on knife crime. So, stays in the uni room unless needed otherwise. Because you're only allowed to have stuff like knives and that if you need it for a purpose. Or weapons like archery kits, so you're only allowed to carry it through town if you're walking to your archery club or fencing kit. The only times you're allowed it is when you're going to the club, essentially, otherwise it stays preferably locked up. Like kitchen knives generally stay in the kitchen. I suppose a blunt knife isn't illegal if you've got a salad and you want to use a knife and fork. I suppose that wouldn't be illegal. I'd be amazed if that was illegal, actually. I'd be like, what? Not allowed to use a knife and fork for salad at my lunch? Are you crazy? UK law is pretty crazy. And now on to the taggy thing, which is top 3 Tuesdays. Not entirely sure what that's the thing. Response, it's edt1138's. Not sure what the 1138 is about. Maybe it's a date, maybe it's something else. Although it's a very old date, going back a few hundred years, and I'm not great that far back. In fact, I'm not great at general history overall. Yeah, computer history, that's the history I'm good at. But the question is, who's Hunter voting for? Interesting choice. The only problem is you don't have a YouTube channel. That's enough with Mr. Hunter. And of course, now we have to do this. So, top 3 modifications, repairs and that. Well, repairs, I've repaired umpteen billion things and, well, yeah, repairs are just kind of, yeah, something's broken and you fix it. There isn't really a lot of, you end up with the same product you had before it was broken, so not really amazingly exciting. Although it's always good satisfaction when you fix something that's a bastard to fix. The modifications, well, number 1 would have to be Acorn Electron laptop. Come on, plug that in. Acorn Electron laptop has been experiencing some technical difficulties. The Plus E1 fell out the back and it's caused some weird shit to be going on. I think I might just swap it with my other working Electron motherboard. See what that does. Maybe it'll fix it. If it does, sorted. Stick that in the other case and work on it on a later day. Get that motherboard back up to prime. It does still work. It's just the graphics after a while goes like bad signal reception. Like it's an analog signal. It just goes. Then you remove the +1, plug it back in. It works perfectly, and then it goes after a while. It takes a while to do it, but yeah, attention is required. And that is my favourite modification, and it's still in progress. There's still things to sort out, there's bugs, and including now a repair to be done. But that shall be done in the summer, where I hope to finish it. Because it's a project that has been going on, not my longest going project, that'd be my VFD clock. That thing has been going on for probably over 4 years now. And my watch, after about 3 to 4 years, has finally run out of battery. That will have to go back home to have the battery replaced and sent off to wherever they do it to do it, because they have to have it done specially. So I leave that in the hands of parents. Number 2 would be my viewfinders, my CRT viewfinder. I do not have one on me to show you, but there will be pictures coming up, a little slideshow type thing, of my CRT viewfinders, which are from old video cameras that I got hold of. One was Dad's old one, another one was one that I got in school. The cameras are gone, thanks to Mum. Parents. However, replacements are on the way. The fun. Yeah, you just reacquire the good stuff. Replacements are on the way for them cameras. And the other thing is my VFD graphic equalizer, which there'll also be a video playing of it if I can find the raw file and more images, although it didn't take well on the images. I cut out the audio, but it was going to like some crappy music tune I made. Once again, that's sitting at home in my cupboard in the plastic box of inventions, because I like building and inventing stuff, but I'm like Dexter. If any of you've watched Dexter's Laboratory on Cartoon Network. It's like, I think the fun of it for me is building it. And then when I've finished a lot of my little projects, they end up either going on the windowsill with the beam robots to sit there and go solar powered, or into the box in the cupboard to be played with every so it's like, I remember this, and then play with it for a bit. If it's really impractical, it just gets left in the box and maybe a Mark II improvement bill. But here I keep them because I made them and they're unique. I'm not throwing away things I made. A lot of them need repair because they tend to degrade, especially my earlier stuff tends to fall apart. I'm better now than I was back then, still. Bits fall apart. And I've forgotten to do the audio, so you've got that audio today. Oh well. Safe syncing and editing. Takes somewhat longer than I expected. Well, it does when doing long videos, and then it's not exactly on cue. And that is that. They are my 3 things. 2 were more inventions rather than repairs and modifications. But you could say they're modifications to devices, in that you're hacking a viewfinder into a portable monitor, and you're hacking a VFD and its controller into a portable equalizer that you can use out and about, although the iPod can only just get it to trigger. That's just enough. Was it the Sony MP3 or the iPod that didn't have enough gain? I can't remember. Here's the iPod. They're fun little devices. Reliability is pretty shit, but they're fun little devices. Look, there's a picture of me and my car, my lovely little car. I'll have to do an overview of my car at some point. Don't know when. That might come in the summer, could come any time. Just know there's an overview of the car coming. Don't know when. Could be tomorrow. Unlikely. Too much to do. And tomorrow is like one of my long days. Long days. No. Righty then, I think that's enough of that. Scratch my head. Thanks for watching. I'm going to do useful stuff now.